Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. If your enemies are crying about your successes, military success, that means your military success actually is like 5 times more than they complain about, or at least they are willing to report or to admit. They will not say, yeah man, you just destroyed the shit out of us. They say, well, you barely won here, but probably you did what I just mentioned. So Ukraine, the leadership from Ukraine, or at least the intermediaries, tell us that Russia has 3 successful offensives at this moment in Ukraine. So let's read this article from Ukrinform from today, December 6th, 2022. Alright, so this is the title. Enemy, which is Russia here, attempting to advance in 3 directions. Ukraine's general staff. And I was like, okay, which one are the same one? Liman, Avdiivka, and Bakhmut. So the enemy is concentrating its efforts on conducting an offensive in the Liman, Bakhmut, and Avdiivka's directions. So he's just concentrating efforts while trying to keep the temporarily captured territories in other directions. So the front is static here, not moving, only in these 3 areas, 3 directions. According to Ukrinform, the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine said this in its latest report published on Facebook. The invaders continue to shell the settlements and positions of the Ukraine Defense Forces along the contact line. On December 6, the Russians launched 4 missile strikes and about 10 attacks using multiple launch rocket systems. According to the report, the enemy continues to hit critical infrastructure and civilian homes, violating the norms of international humanitarian law, the laws of customs of war. The laws and customs of war. Russian missile strikes today damaged civilian infrastructure in a settlement of Stepnya, Zaporozhye region. The threat remains of the enemy launching missile strikes on Ukraine's energy system and crucial infrastructure. I read an article earlier where they said that 90% of Odessa has water and electricity. They ran without, they were done yesterday, 0. According to the General Staff, the enemy continues to suffer losses. On December 4, Ukraine defenders destroyed up to 20 pieces of Russian military equipment and wounded about 70 invaders in the Zaporozhye region. On November 30th, in the district of Verkhniotorsk of the Donetsk region, 21 Russian soldiers deserted combat positions. 13 of them were recruited from prisons. The command of the Russian troops ordered that the violators be detained and killed. It was established that as of December 5, all deserters had been eliminated. Well, probably in the United States they would have been given an order of a Medal of Honor or something. Is that how it works? Or maybe in Ukraine you would have given to this kind of deserters a Medal of Honor and courage, and you would promote them to the rank of Zelensky? Is that what it is? I mean, what should be the punishment for a deserter? Love and happiness, ladies of the night, and vodka? Alright, so I'm quoting now. Throughout the day, the aviation of the Defense Forces of Ukraine carried out 14 strikes on areas of concentration of personnel, weapons and military equipment, as well as 2 strikes on the positions of the enemy's anti-aircraft missile systems, end quote, the General Staff said. Ukrainian rocket and artillery forces on December 6th hit the enemy's command center, 2 military personnel concentration area and ammunition depot. Well, this is what they say, and this is, let me see, this was at 8:38 p.m. Probably Kiev time. So that would have been here about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock p.m. or something like that, maybe. maybe even less, because it's 8 o'clock, let's say 7 hours, probably 1 or noon. All right, so if they say that they are attempting to advance in 3 directions, probably they are advancing in full speed, because that's the way things usually are reported. Okay, well, at least we know that those 3 directions, Liman, Bakhmut, and Avdiivka, are still doing okay for the Russians, not as okay for the Ukrainians. I think it was yesterday when the Russians reported, not Russians, the Ukrainians reported the Russians almost encircled Bakhmut. I didn't hear anything about it yet. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.